Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmaduel.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today, we're going back to the card shop, jumping into the Dawn of Destiny mini box, and checking out the rare cards that are involved. I know I did a recent episode that we discussed some of the ultra rares and some of the super rares that were involved in the pack, but now I want to start going through some of the rare cards and just seeing how they could fit into different decks. At least, kind of make things more competitive and stuff, because overall this is just a really good box set. So let's start jumping into some of the rare cards here. The first one I have here is Red Dragon Ninja. It's a level 6 winged beast, 2400 attack, 1200 defense. When this card is summoned, you can banish one ninja or ninjutsu art card from your opponent from your graveyard to target one set card your opponent controls. Reveal that set card, then return it to either the top or bottom of the deck. Your opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response to this effect's activation. You can only use the effect of Red Dragon Ninja once per turn. So this is a really good effect in the sense that I know usually if somebody throws down an enemy controller or a windstorm of Edequa onto the field, you could kind of go with, even if you're trying to basically activate one of your effects and kind of mess around with their back row there, in response they'll usually just activate it. But at least this has the caveat within Red Dragon Ninja's effect to basically tell your opponent, oh, sorry, you can't even activate it in response. It's going either to the top or bottom of your deck. So, yeah, I really like that a lot. This is just a pretty good effect overall. But also you need this card in a ninja deck or a ninjutsu art type deck. So, I don't really see too many of those being run. But I guess the more support that comes out for ninjas, this card could be, pretty solid piece to just start messing around with your opponent's back row. So overall, really good card. Next, you have Hazy Flame Hippogriff. It is a level 6 Pyro, 2100 attack, 200 defense. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn, you contribute one other fire monster, and this card gains 300 attack. So I believe this is actually a permanent gain in attack, because it doesn't say it gains 300 attack until the end of the turn. So this is going to lead me to believe that you could, once per turn, just keep on gaining the attack of Hazy Flame here. And hopefully, you could really turn this into a pretty powerful fire-type monster. So with the other mini box set, Flame of the Tyrant, you have some cards like the Thing in the Crater that allows you to special summon a Pyro monster when it's sent to the graveyard. So yeah, you can get Hazy Flame onto the field and definitely try and run some plays, because it doesn't have a caveat where you're not allowed to special summon it. So yeah, this is a really good fire card as well. Speaking of fire, we have Fire King Avatar Yaksha. And this is a level 4 Beast Warrior monster, 1800 attack, 200 defense. If a face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can destroy one card in your hand that you control. You can only use this effect of Fire King Avatar Yaksha once per turn. So this sets you up for some big plays with, of course, the ultra rare that you have in here, the Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. So kind of that's the combo play that you're seeing a lot right now, and I'm seeing it definitely in most of ranked duels. Mostly ranked duels right now is I'm seeing Fire King Avatar Yaksha activate its effect to send Sacred Phoenix into the graveyard to then come back out in the next turn and just wreak havoc. So it's a really deadly combo, but having Fire King Avatar Yaksha really drives a lot of those combos and really gets things facilitated, so to speak. So next you have Brushfire Knight. It's a level 4 warrior, 1400 attack, 1200 defense. When a fire monster is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, send one fire monster from your deck to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, send one fire monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use one Brushfire Knight effect per turn and only once per turn. So this is a really good card as well. You're sending more cards to the graveyard. You're potentially activating some graveyard effects. Overall, yeah, this is just another good card to help facilitate some of your moves. Then we have Naturia Marin. It's a level 3 plant, 1200 attack, 700 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can send one Naturia monster from your deck to the graveyard. Once per turn, you can target 2 Naturia monsters in your graveyard and shuffle both of those targets into the deck, then draw one card. So this could potentially set you up for some plays from the graveyard, but also too, the more Naturia monsters that end up in your graveyard, you could potentially turn that into a draw play and get more resources that way. So yeah, this has a pretty good potential. I'm seeing a lot of Naturia decks being run right now, and boy, are they lethal. They could fill the field fast and really just increase the overall just the overall attacks of those monsters and just kind of run you over real fast in one turn. So, but anyway, I'll get to that at another point. Next we have Deswombat. It's level 3 beast, 1600 attack, 300 defense. Any damage to you from a card effect becomes 0. Boy, this is a pretty good answer to a lot of those effect monsters and a lot of those effect cards where you're just, you're just getting life point damage burned. Having Deswombat can really change the game, so I'm seeing a lot of people pretty excited about this one as a rare. Next you have Hand of Nephthys. And this is a spellcaster, 600 attack, 600 defense. You contribute this card and one other monster to special summon one Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys from your hand or deck. So yeah, this is a good, just a good setup to get your boss monster out on the field real easily. So this is a good way to make it happen. Next we have Darkflare Knight, a level 6 warrior fusion that requires Dark Magician and Flame Swordsman. It's got 2200 attack and 800 defense. You take no battle damage from battles involving this card. When this card is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon one Mirage Knight from your hand or deck. So yeah, it's a real good setup card as well. Good for fusion decks. I know Dark Magicians are being used a little bit more so, especially since they had Dark Paladin come out in the last set. So having Darkflare Knight could be another good addition to a fusion deck. Then you have Fire King Island. It's a field spell card. If this face-up card in the field zone is sent to the graveyard or banished, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use one of the following effects of Fire King Island per turn, and only once that turn. The first effect is during your main phase, you can destroy one monster in your hand or you control, and if you do, add one Fire King monster from your deck to your hand. The second one, if you control no monsters, you can special summon one Fire Winged Beast type monster from your hand. So it's nice to see that you could, you could really run this as a utility play here. Of course, the one problem is the whole Fire King Island issue, where if it's destroyed or banished, destroying all your monsters on the field. But overall, this is a must-have for fire decks right now. Really good card. Then you have another rare, it's a trap card, Puzzle Reborn. If exactly one monster you control and no other cards is destroyed by a card effect, target that monster and special summon that target. So this is pretty good, because I noticed that there was quite a few cards that do target one monster to just destroy it, but at least this will bring it back and really make your opponent think twice about using card effects to destroy your monsters. Then you have Sealing Ceremony of Catan. It is a trap card. It's a continuous trap card, and once per turn you can banish one fire monster from your graveyard to target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish that target. So with a lot of decks right now that are so oriented in running cards out of the graveyard and reanimating them, bringing them back out onto the field, this card is good. Anything that banishes monsters from the graveyard right now is highly sought after, because we're seeing the shift in strategy now with the current changes in the new box sets. How it seems like more of the monsters that are coming out are more reliant on being in the graveyard or being able to come back out of the graveyard. So yeah, we got some. This is just a really good card. Pretty underrated trap card, so definitely one worth looking into. Next we have Anti-Magic Prism. It's a trap card where when your opponent activates a quick play spell card, select one card on the field and destroy it. So what does this first remind you of? It reminds you that, hey, a lot of people do run quick play spell cards between Order to Charge and Enemy Controller. There's a lot of quick play spell cards. Anti-Magic Prism basically allows you to at least take some good out of the bad and destroy whatever card you want on the field. So overall, pretty good. Because at least even in the sense where if you think that your opponent is going to tribute their monster to capture your monster using Enemy Controller, use your Anti-Magic Prism to destroy the monster that was going to be captured. So yeah, you could kind of go that route too. It just depends. So yeah, overall it's got a lot of good stuff. Next draft card is Good Goblin Housekeeping. You draw cards equal to the number of Good Goblin Housekeeping cards in your graveyard plus 1, then select one card from your hand and return it to the bottom of your deck. So yeah, this is good, and really just kind of going through your resources in your deck and hopefully being able to just kind of facilitate getting through cards that you need. Running multiple copies of this does have a better benefit. So yeah, overall just a pretty good trap card as well. So as far as all the rare cards are concerned, it looks like we got a lot of really good support for fire decks, and of course you got that Naturia card as well that is absolutely beneficial. And these trap cards can be used in multiple decks. Some of them are pretty much utilities. I mean, the first one I think of is Anti-Magic Prism, and of course the last one that we talked about, the Good Goblin Housekeeping. Those all seem like cards that you could put into just about any deck, depending on what your style of play is and what you're trying to do. So overall, these rares are just, I would say they're really good. Dawn of Destiny, the mini box, does have some very good rare cards, so highly recommend you picking that up. It is at the card trader right now, and I believe there is some kind of sale happening. Not exactly sure, not sure how long it's going on for, but try and take advantage of some of the sales. Try and take advantage of using your gems on this box set. I've seen a few people just kind of run through this box set 3 times and just build some devastatingly good decks out of it right now. So yeah, and you have the potential to do it. It's only 80 cards in each box set, so if you refresh it twice over and get each copy of the cards that you want, yeah, you could really do some damage. So overall, that's just kind of the overview of the rares within Dawn of Destiny. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If there's anything that you'd like to add, or a deck that you're building based off of multiple copies, or even just one copy of this box set really put together for you, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk. It's all one word, at YuGiOh Deck Talk, and I'd love to mention it on an upcoming podcast episode. So thanks again for tuning in. That's it for today's episode, and we'll see you next time. Take care.